time, as long as you have a good strategic plan, the investment is going to come. A lot of people find it extremely hard to believe or even understand, like, what do you mean? Are we gonna sit down and plan an entire strategy although we have no idea of where the finances for this business idea or concept is coming from? Yes, yes, and yes. So the aim of today's video is to help you solidify your business idea and concept and give you a holistic view of the entire strategic process. So for many of us, we have business ideas already, but we just don't know how or what directions to take. For some of us, we have multiple ideas, but we're just not sure which one is the $1 million idea. And the other group, they're just like, not too sure. I know I want to get into business. I know I want to be extremely successful and productive, but I'm just not sure which direction to go in. Today's video is definitely for you. In today's video, you're going to be able to say in one short, impactful sentence what it is that you do. So let's get into it. Before we get into this video, I want to encourage you guys to take the time out. I mean, since you're going to be learning all that you need to know to get your brand and your 2020 vision together, you might as well like and subscribe. Strategy is where we set our goal and we create the roadmap to get to where we're going. So when we think about strategy, we think about the end goal and the means by which we're gonna get there, right? Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. For many entrepreneurs, when it comes to marketing, usually they just want to know, tell me what, tell me how, tell me what, tell me how. What do I do? How do I do it? How often should I do it? That's all most entrepreneurs want to know. But the truth is, without a proper plan in place, the action steps really don't make much sense. In order to produce a really effective plan or strategy for 2020, we want to start off by laying an extremely solid foundation. And when we talk about building a solid foundation, it's whether we're starting a business, whether we're trying to grow an existing business, or we're just trying to get our brand up and going, we always want to start off first and foremost with the goal. What is really the purpose for this particular thing? What is this business really supposed to achieve? Am I trying to create a new product? Am I trying to enter into a new market? Am I trying to expand? Am I trying to leave one market and enter another? Am I trying to reach more clients? Am I trying to make more money? Am I trying to make the clients that actually come to me stay? For many of us, it's just to get started and just do it. So in order to get our vision for our business off the ground, we always start with the goal. In marketing, we always try to create marketing goals that are extremely in line with the overall goal of the organization. For many people, you ask them, so what goals are you trying to achieve for 2020 for your business? And a lot of people say very vague things like, well, I'm just trying to launch this new product, or I'm trying to see what this new market is looking like, or I'm just trying to reach more clients. But the truth is, in order for our strategy to be extremely effective, we always need to start with a direct and finite goal. And for the goal, in many cases, we look at revenue and we break revenue right down to each individual client. You might be asking, how do I do that? So when we're talking about setting goals, mostly, like me, a lot of businesses would have financial goals. How much revenue are they going to generate within the year 2020? So when clients come to me and the issue is that they're trying to increase revenue, we always work with exact definite numbers. You need to have an actual figure to work with. You need to know, okay, in 2020, I want to generate 300,000 US through this stream of income, or I want to, but you just want to put a dollar amount to what it is that you want to achieve. Why do I have to put a dollar amount to it? Why can't it just be to generate more clients or create a larger brand awareness? The reason why we want to break it down into dollars and cents amount is because when we have a figure, we can then count it back to how much clients we need. Because if we're looking at generating 300,000 US within 1 year in whatever business it is that you have, whether it's a nail salon, whether it's a clothing store, whether it's agriculture, it doesn't matter the industry, it doesn't matter. As long as we can set a financial goal and put dollars and cents to the goal that we're working towards, then it's a lot easier for us to say, okay, no problem. I'm going to use the example of a cafe. Let's say you own a cafe at the side of the beach, and your goal for 2020 is to increase your revenues by 30%. Now, even though we're going to say we want to increase our revenues by 30%, we want to find out what is the actual dollar amount 30% increase in your revenue actually is, and how we can break that down per client. So then we're able to say, okay, that means that we need to sell this amount of product within this amount of time to this amount of people, so that it makes it a little easier for us to create a target of who we're targeting and how we're going to be targeting them. All right, so as long as we have the goal, which we start off usually as revenue, and we're actually able to put it into a dollar and cent amount, then we can break it down to how much revenues would we be generating per client. Then we would know how much clients we need each month in order to reach this goal. Now, purpose for many people is something that they shy away from. So when we begin to look at the purpose of the business, we focus more on the social impact. What is the greater good behind this business? Is this only something that could bring profit to me, or can it impact the economy? Can it impact tourism? Can it impact national trade? How does it positively impact the socio-economic stability of the country that you live in? Begin to ask yourself these key questions, and this is how we're going to begin to narrow our focus and start choosing the idea that we're able to get off the ground first. It's not only the purpose for which you are personally deciding to go about doing this business, but the greater good. How is society going to be impacted by the business that we decide that we're going to increase, grow, or introduce in 2020? How is the local economy going to benefit from what I'm doing? And the reason why we want to solidify the greater good, that we call the purpose the greater good of the business, how is this going to positively impact the overall society? We need to figure this out, because this is where our investors are going to come in. Before we even begin to pitch our idea to our investors, we have to know what are the ideologies of the people who may be investing in my business. What are they interested in? If I decide that I want to go for a government funded grant, how is this in line with the overall goal that the country has for that particular year moving forward for 2020? If I decide that I want to start this particular project, I have to know that it is also in line with the greater good and a goal that aligns itself with the ideals and the ideology of the people who I am actually looking to get funding from. Because for many of us, I know I'm talking to a lot of young entrepreneurs, we really do not have the financial backing for half of the ideas that we have. So what we're going to do is actually figure out how we're going to steer this thing, that's in a way that we can actually get successful businesses started with little to no startup money in our own pockets. That doesn't mean that we're not going to get startup cash. I'm going to ensure that you get some investment. But what I want us to be able to do is actually get these things strategic enough so that if the right person hears your pitch, immediately we know our business is going from idea, from a startup, and transcend geographical borders. Yeah guys, so I'm so sorry that I have to cut off this video at this particular time, but we have no more time for this week's video. But guess what? You don't even have to worry about it. Next week we're gonna continue on this same topic, and don't even worry, I'm gonna get you equipped for 2020 before 2020. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, like, share, show me that you all appreciate the content now, man, so that I can keep making more videos. I'll be more consistent, and I look forward to growing with you guys. So like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, and let's get this thing up, running, going, and to as much young entrepreneurs as we possibly can.